Okay, we're back, and it's Dave and Tom asking or answering questions asked of us from some of the students that we've seen come on the different venues this year. And the next question we get asked is, what type of applicants thrive in our program?
Oh, that's a big one. I hear that question a lot, and generally when somebody asks me that, there's a little bit of an agenda behind that question. So it's hard to come up with a real general answer. But people will ask me, do you prefer introverts or extroverts? Do you prefer people with really good board scores? Do you prefer men or women? Do you prefer older residents or younger residents? And truthfully, I don't think that makes a difference at all. We've had applicants have tremendous success coming from all of those silos. What really stands out to me though is we're a busy place, and the self-starter, the student who wants to learn by doing, the student who is not the resident, who is not afraid to get actively involved in a patient's care early, to take ownership, applicants that are willing to push themselves a little bit.
Yeah.
Wallflowers will sometimes struggle in busier places. We have had quiet introverts do absolutely terrific here, but I've seen them have to work a little bit to challenge themselves to be a little bit more energetic. We ask our residents to make their own decisions, to think towards the dispositions, to come up with their care plans. We don't expect them to be right up front. That's what residency is about. But we expect them not to be afraid to push themselves and to be willing to make decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as a common theme, that's the applicant, that's the student, that's the resident that thrives here.
So it's funny because you and I came up with the same term, the self-starter. And I use that a lot when I talk with students that ask me that question. And when I think about self-starting, I think of folks that are willing to take responsibility and are willing to dive in and jump into whether it's clinical care or their education, and try and make sure that they're involved and they're very hands-on with what they're doing. That person, I agree with you, does extremely well at this institute.
Yeah, a term I heard you bring up years ago and has stuck in my mind since then is the B+ overachiever. You don't have to be the smartest or the fastest person, but the person who's willing to get involved and willing to push themselves and eager to learn more is the kind of person who shines in an environment like this.
Totally agree.